Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Marie here from Pear Tree Paper Crafts and I'm back today with another 12 by 12 process video for Lottie Loves Paper. So I'll just say very quickly that this video does class as an advertisement. I'm using Shimelle's field trip collection again today with more of those lovely dinosaurs. I'm scrapping some pictures of my son this Christmas actually, when he got a National Geographic set of fossils to dig up. So they come in like a set block of plaster of Paris or something, and you have to dig through and find these fossils. And he had so much fun, and when I saw this dinosaur paper I just knew it was perfect for that. So I'm using these this skeleton paper, and then I've cut off the corner there because I love the paper and I want to have as much of it on show as I can, but having the whole sheet felt a bit overwhelming. I wanted to have a bit of interest with something else on the page, so I've used this idea where you fold over the corner and then have some white behind. Di, one of our other design team members over at Lottie Loves Paper, also did the same sort of thing on a layout recently, and I just loved the idea, so I was inspired by her and I've done a similar thing here. I'm now using some of that lovely triangular paper there to pop behind my 3 photographs. So I've got 3 photographs that are all 4x3, and I'm going to overlap them slightly. I'm aiming on getting as many sort of the red triangles as I can. The back of that dinosaur paper is that kind of stripy effect there, which is multicoloured, but I'm aiming for sort of lots of reds and things to go in with that. So I'm just having a quick play now with some bits of ephemera that I've pulled out from the collection already. Some of them I've fussy cut from one of the 12 by 12 sheets as well, because I have used quite a lot of the ephemera already. So I did a little bit of fussy cutting, and I decided, yeah, I'm really happy with that. I like it, so I'm going to just chop a small amount of that white cardstock so that I don't use loads and loads of it up. It seems a little bit wasteful, and I'm just going to pop some double-sided sticking on the back of here and attach that white cardstock to the back. I only attach one strip of it to start with, and I'm using the lines on my mat there, my cut mat, just to help me get this to be as close to 12 by 12 as I can. I think it moves ever so slightly, but it'll be fine. I can always trim it down. And then I just pop another extra bit of tape under there just to secure it. And then I am going to stick that back down now, that piece that I've removed. I think the idea is that you're meant to fold it, but I cut it off because I wasn't sure I was going to put it back on. I was thinking I was just going to do the black and white, but then I thought the pop of colour looked really, really, really nice. So really happy I did that. It looks like it's been folded, so I'm happy enough. And then just trimming it up, making sure that my edges are lovely and straight. And that's my background piece all finished. And then I'm going to start working on the photographs. So take my 3 photos. I do wonder about placing them anywhere else on the page, but I do just like them in the middle there. It makes them sort of the focal point of the page. So I've kind of stuck those together with some double-sided tape, and then I'm just being efficient now with my papers. I'm trying to get as many layouts out of this collection as I can, and as I have just used a full sheet there of that dinosaur one, I'm now pretending I've got paper running all the way across the back of those photos and just actually using a little bit at each end. That helped me get the red at both ends as well that I wanted. So I'm now just going to stick that down in the centre because I already know I'm happy with the placement of that. It's going to go right in the middle there and just be stuck down. And then I'm going to start pulling out bits of my ephemera. I've got a red dinosaur there, a little book that I fussy cut, one of those tickets, another book, that's an open book, and then the only thing here not from the Shimelle collection are those brackets there. They are just some little perspex brackets, so they're going to go. I was going to put that word down there, and then I decided actually I want it kind of underneath the photo, and I did just want a really short title on this one of Dig. I like that one quite a lot. Now I'm going through some of the stickers from the sticker sheet, and I choose a few of them in various colours just to go along with and to embellish around my photograph. I think I've got Happy down there. I've got Get Messy. And then I do put that Blue Wonder one on there, but I do end up taking that one back off later as I decide it's just not quite right. And I've got no other blue really on the page, so it comes back off. And then I do love those. There's two die cut pieces of ephemera that are like skeleton, like skulls, dinosaur skulls, and I really, really wanted to get them on the page, but I couldn't find anywhere where they stood out and they were obvious. So they've gone back in. So I'm just popping back through my ephemera pack now just to see if there's anything else that I've got that I might want to pop in, and I do consider for a little while popping in some of those greens, and I did like that title, This Rocks. I thought that fit really nicely with the layout, the sentiment of it, but the colour didn't quite work. So I've removed that again. There's another little yellow bit of grid paper. I think I've already used half of that one that I've just tucked in, so that's the other half of it just continues now. And then I really again wanted to get this on there. This is one of the stickers, and it's like a border sticker, and it's again dinosaur skeletons but some stars on it, and I try and work out where I can possibly fit this on, and it just isn't working for me. And I think I move it around a fair few times and then decide, nope, it's just not going to work because it's not quite long enough to go along there, and then I'd have to try and put something at the bottom, and in the end wasn't happy with it, so I decided no, that can just go back on the sticker sheet, and I'm sure I will use it on something else because I really do like it. It's just not quite right for this particular layout, and I have got some more dinosaur pictures, so then I wonder about putting my photos up and everything there, but no, it's gone back. So here's all my pieces. Now I'm just going to pull them out and I'm going to start sticking them down. I'm just tucking them in. I prefer to stick ephemera down with wet glue simply because you can wiggle the things around if they don't end up in quite the right place for you, rather than double-sided sticky or anything even more permanent than that. And then I'm just deciding, yep, I am going to put an exclamation mark on dig, just a little bit of glue on those little brackets that go around dig. Press those down, and then I've decided I'm going to put a little bit of dimensional foam just on the back of my little red dinosaur there, just to add a bit of dimension to the page. A few pieces of that. I have some scissors that I keep, especially to one side, those blue ones, that I only use on sticky things, because there's nothing worse than trying to cut paper with sticky scissors. So he's just going to go in that bottom corner there. Happy with him. Kind of wish I didn't have to use him because he's really cute. And there's my other stickers. I've taken that blue one off. I've kept the yellow ones in, so there's a couple of colours floating around, but I didn't want too much other colour. And again, a little bit of foam on that book there, so that there's a bit of dimension within those embellishment clusters that I've done. And then just needed a bit of glue on that corner of that photograph because it was popping up. That's my little paperweight there. I often use that just to hold things down while they're drying. And I liked that little wow sticker, but in the end decided no, it didn't fit. So they come back off. I think sometimes you can feel like you need to use more ephemera, and actually, if it doesn't quite work, don't force it. So what I decided to do here is use this white space for some journaling. Now I and ah, as you can see, and then I decide that I'm too scared and I'm going to draw myself some lines. So I just use a pencil and a ruler. I just do it by eye. I don't measure them out, but I didn't want to end up going wonky and spoiling this layout right at the last minute with my journaling, and then ending up needing to re-stick that white on or something. So I do my journaling down the side on those lines. It works much better, and then I just rub them all out. That's about it for my video today. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you keep watching now, there'll be some close-ups at the end, and if you've got this collection, I hope this has inspired you to get creating with it, because it is such a fun collection. And keep popping back to the channel and into the Lottie Loves Paper community and Kit's Facebook group for loads more inspiration from the Fab Design team. Bye for now.